Knock, knock, knock. Who is there? Open the door. Let me in. My name is MzGee. Welcome to another episode of G-O'Clock. And this is simply tales and thoughts of mine that I share with you on a weekly basis. I am so glad you enjoyed it. Thank you for the feedback. And I am grateful. So today, there's a lot of things I've seen on the internet about women, pregnancy, and people having children out of wedlock. And I thought, why not take a seat? Because you're one of them. And people say it is not the right thing to do. And they say they are the ones about to tell us the right thing to do. As a young lady growing up, the prayer of, I'm sure everybody around me, even myself, was to find somebody that gets married to me. And then after marriage, we think of having babies. And after babies, we spend our lives together, do all the vacations, spend all his money, do everything that is nice about marriage was what we were praying for. So a woman is not the one who goes looking. Per what we know, I'm not the one who's supposed to step out there to go and look for. I'm supposed to wait. But when they don't come, what do? You sit down, cross your leg, and be waiting. And then the same people will say, your time is passing. Are you freezing your egg? What are you doing? At the age of 33, I got married. I was so happy about what life had got to offer. So optimistic that the good things of life will find me. Like I would follow the trajectory that I just explained to you, or the order that I explained to you. Was that to happen? Well, life had a different turn for me. So at 38, 5 years after, I was done marriage. No child, nothing. Just done, and found out that Charlie, it was not going to work again. Two of us decided to go our separate ways. Did I follow the order that society had laid down? Yes. Did I follow the order that Christendom, where I belong, which is my religion, had laid down? Yes, I followed that order. Did things happen the way I expected? No. At 38, I packed my bags and I'm back to being a single girl. I'm sitting there waiting, 38, who again is going to come? Let the person come. 38, nobody is coming. 39, nobody is coming. 40, nobody is coming. And people that begin to ask, hey, now they don't even ask again when because already you've gotten married. But there are those people also who ask, and so now. They don't even care about the fact that you are yet to even heal, or if you've healed from the previous relationship, and whether you can pick up yourself and start a new one. Society has a way of throwing things down the throat of women. Now, when you are 38, 40, people now begin to say, yeah, old cargo. A lot of men do not want to settle with women that age because they feel like they have younger ladies there waiting for them. Most of the men who will settle for women around that age are men who are either also divorcees, men who already have their baggages in terms of children with them, or they've lost their spouse and they want to remarry. Most often would want to, like people will say, see you mobo, or have pity on you and want to settle. You will find a man that same age, 38, 39, 40, and nobody's, even 45, 50, sometimes nobody's asking him the questions that they ask women. Because they'll say, your biological clock is ticking. I then decide that, okay, now until when I find a man to say, I want to settle with you, so I'm trying the second time, I say, let me go and help myself so that my biological clock doesn't tick on me. So I go have a baby. This society will come back and say, she had a baby out of wedlock. She didn't marry the person. They didn't get married to her. And she had a baby out of wedlock. Why did you have a baby out of wedlock? Hey, what are we supposed to do? The same society telling me that my biological clock is ticking, and that if I do not take care, I will not be able to produce a child, an offspring. It's the same society telling me that I need to sit down at 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, even till 45 and wait to find a partner before I begin to make children. And there's nothing wrong with waiting on God to bring me my right partner, waiting on God to do this, waiting on God to do this, and hopefully God brings you that person in time when you can be able to produce. Apart from the biological clock that is ticking and the fact that, you might not be able to produce an offspring, because I've seen people at 52, 56 produce an offspring. So it is not even about that. It's about the strength that you have left. It's about how many working years you have more to take care of that child. Like sometimes I sit down now to do the calculation. I am 40. My child is yet to be 1. And by the time I'm 60, he's just 20. And that's the time for retirement. Do I have the strength? Do I have the power? Do I have the finances? What would I have at that time to be taking care of a 20-year-old child who is now maybe about in university or about done university? Do we think about all those things? I am thinking about it and I'm like, oh, I should have done this in my 20s. But I was waiting fervently for somebody to find me. When the person found me, the kind of idea I had or the kind of plans I had written down didn't happen that way. Then I decided to take life into my own hands, and people say they don't understand. Recently, I saw that Nigerian media personality Toke Makinwa had given birth. She was 40. She said she had asked God to give her a child before she turned 40. And then she had the child. She got pregnant just after her 40th. And she was thanking God. And people say, why are you thanking God? You got this child out of wedlock. Why are you thanking God? And I'm like, okay. This is a lady, just like my case, who had been married, got divorced. And sometimes she'll come and say playfully, I want to remarry, I want to... What if the partner is not coming and she have found a different way, not necessarily through intercourse? And people say, they're playing God to say, hey, why are you married out? Why did you have this child out of wedlock? Why do you have this child? Who made you God? And don't call God's name in this, because you had this child out of wedlock, and God, you cannot be praising God, and God, hey! Who made you people God over us? Who made you God over us? Like God in heaven is sitting somewhere minding his business. He said he came for us. If you are righteous, be righteous. He came for we the sinners. We are still sinning and asking for forgiveness. But in our sins, we still acknowledge that he's the Almighty, the one who is taking care of us, the one who is protecting us, the one who is keeping our soul. So we shouldn't thank God again because we had children out of wedlock. And then when we are inside the wedlock, when the children are not coming, then you call us barren. What should we do for you people cry at all? Like, I was so vexed. I'm like, who are these people? And when the men do it, sometimes I feel like, okay, that's for a man, you know. But when the women join in that parade, the women join in that conversation, the women are the ones saying it, and go and sit down somewhere. Why are you bringing God into this? You have a child, you're pregnant with somebody we don't know. Show the face of the person who you're pregnant with. You're pregnant, you are fornicating, and da-da-da-da-da-da. And most of these people who are saying this thing, even if they are married now, they are fornicated before. Not all of them married virgins. How are you playing God in our issues? I've seen people come to write under my post, show us the father of your baby. Who is the father of your baby? Hey, God, oh. Like, what should we do? What should women do? I'm not sure you want us to die. Do you want to kill us? Do you know what we've been through? Shame us, mock us until we are no more, so that you come and say, oh, sorry, oh. And you want to make us live in constant pain. Imagine we were your sisters. Imagine we came from your family. Imagine you had one of us in your homes. Like, is that how you treat your sister? And some of them, they have people worse off in their families. They've left them. It is us they have come on social media to throw. It is people who they cannot find their sort in their family. It is people who they can never get close to under normal circumstances. It is people who they will see and salute. It is people who will give them jobs to do. It is people who will buy food for them to eat, that they will stay on social media behind some keyboard to mock, insult, ridicule. May God have mercy on you. May God have mercy on you, and let your case not be like ours, because you have not seen the end of it. If you know what it is like to be married and sustain marriage, you will not even troll a woman with divorce. You will not troll a woman who is unmarried. Nobody wakes up and says, I want to go and marry somebody, and says, I'm going to marry them for a few days, for a few months, for a few years, and then I'll sign divorce papers. I don't think there's anybody in their right frame of mind who will say, oh, let's go and sew a gown, let's send invitation to people, let's put camera on, let's make noise about it, dance our best dance, have a beautiful kiss. If you're married and you have been able to keep your marriage and you're still enjoying your marriage, thank God, though. Why is that people get to assume every time that when a woman has a child out of wedlock, it's with somebody's husband? Are there not single men out there Must it always be that people get pregnant out of wedlock, or people who divorce try to get pregnant? Must it always be with somebody's husband? Why do you always think that is the case? Why do you think that, especially people who are in the public eye, owe you a duty of showing you their partners? And who is that person you gave birth with? Can we see the father of your child? Hell no, you are not seeing anybody. Are you my father or you are my mother? Do you buy breakfast, lunch, or dinner for me, or you pay my rent? I know it's part of show business, part of the business that we find ourselves in. But if the person is not interested in letting you know, let them sleep. The women who have decided to have children after divorcing and decide not to marry again, what if they never find anybody? Because now you said the population of a man to a woman is seven women to one man. Even if it was three women to one man. 3 women to 1 man. How would you expect us to manage? We are in a society where women go and propose, it becomes a wahala. They say, hey, she's too desperate. Why is she the one proposing to a man? Why is she the one making advances? Why is she the one? She's desperate. She doesn't find a man. She decides to go and have a child with somebody she feels that she likes, or in a way that doesn't even need a father. You say, hey, why is she using a sperm donor? Like, I cannot even understand anymore. Me, I want to get married again, and I'll marry again, but at my own pace. Hey, please give me space. It is my baby-making era. However I choose to live my life, me, myself, and I, and facing my God alone. You are not God. Please let people breathe. Yes, God is against fornication. We know that. But unfortunately for us, this is where we find ourselves. Pray for us sinners. Don't judge us. Don't come and chastise us. Don't come and call us names. You don't know what we are being through. Please leave us alone. Like at my age, I know what I am doing. I'm sure at Toke's age, she knows what she is doing. And those are our friends who say, oh, I don't want to be friends with people who are not married. Me, my husband said I should not be friends with people who are not married. And me, I don't do people who are not married. They've already rejected us. Like, if we had it the right way, we would do it the right way. Today, I came to say, the women, can we just stop being the ones who champion these rules? Can we just stop being the ones who are asking the nonsense questions? Can we just stop being the ones who are making it uncomfortable for other women to breathe? Can we be the ones who would rather make life better for women? Can we be the one who will champion the fight against the men who will poke their nose and say rubbish? Can we be the ones who will now begin to educate men and say, she didn't do it alone? Or if she did it, that's her choice and that's her business. Can you just be happy for people for once? Or can you say a silent prayer for them if you think that that's the wrong way to go about things? We are tired. I am tired. A lot of women are tired. Society is drowning us. And people are living in misery. People are living in pain. People are depressed. Me, I choose not to be there because no matter what you say, I've got my son, I'm happy. Because before now, they said I was barren. So I wanted to go and try and see whether I would. What are you saying? Nothing you will say will change my mind at this point. Whether you call me name, you don't call me name. Please, you are not God. And you cannot be God over us. God is a merciful God and He's having mercy on us. We are abiding under His shadow. Until then, see you on another episode of G O'Clock. My name is MzGee.